Today we're talking about what happens once the INFJ finally lets go of their perfectionism. We as INFJs are not known to be perfectionists, right? This is something that we just know to be true for ourselves because we are not detail oriented. When we write an email, there are going to be mistakes in it. When we say something, we're going to say something that isn't 100% in alignment with what we said before, just because we don't keep up with absolutely everything. That's just not how our mind works. We're more of a big picture thinker. We're more of, I get the essence of it, but we're not the ones who are going to make sure that everything is very particular in order and that there are no mistakes in it. But that doesn't mean that we aren't perfectionists, because one thing we know to be true as INFJs is that we hold on to our vision. And if something falls short to that, guess what? We have a problem because we're not even taking any steps at all. So today we're going to talk about how that perfectionism actually looks like for an INFJ, how this can be a benefit in our life because it keeps us accountable to creating amazing things, but also how we have to let go of that perfectionism to a certain degree in order to actually get things done. Before we get started, I want to remind you, if you haven't done this so far, to download the free poster on the formula to an INFJ epic life. And if you want to take it to the next level and you say, now is my time, I want to take charge in creating my INFJ epic life, then get the INFJ epic life audio guide. Everything you need to know you can find in the links in the description. We as INFJs are cerebral beings. We know that we tend to daydream. We know that we have a vision of how life could be. And this particular vision isn't just based on, that's the person I want to be with, or that's the job I want to have. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of, this excites me, this feels amazing. And that is actually why we so often don't take any steps, because no matter what you do in the real world, it's always going to fall short of that feeling. We as INFJs have the capacity to experience this feeling so intensely just by imagining it. And so therefore, the natural question arises, why isn't that enough? Why isn't it just enough for the INFJ to be in their dream world, to imagine everything amazingly, to just be there and let life happen, where you just stay on this default state, everything is great, and then you're happy all the time and life just sort of happens. The problem with this is that this is never the case. If that was the case, perfect. But you always get to a place where you recognize that you cannot stay in your daydreams all the time because reality just isn't what you would want it to be. No matter how great this concept sounds in theory, in reality, it just isn't enough. In order to stay connected to this amazing feeling that we're creating by just imagining something, we have to detach from reality. And the more we detach from reality, the less control we have over it. So things happen and they happen completely out of our control. And if you're not taking charge in creating the life you want, guess what? It turns into something you do not want. So we have to make sure that we put our finger on it. We have to make sure that we move the needle forward, that we create the life that we want. But here's the thing. You have to understand that your vision is always going to be different than what you're creating in reality. Whatever you create in reality is always going to fall short to your vision. And there is no question about it. This is something that you have to take on as a given. And once you do that, everything changes. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you would want to have your own business at some point. You want to be a writer, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to create something that is all about your creativity. And you have this as your vision, that you want to do that one day. But you're actually stuck in a job right now that you don't like. So what would be the typical thing to do? Well, the typical thing would be to say, I want to start my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to use my creativity to create something amazing in the world, and I want to share my gift with other people. So why would I go and get another job? I already know getting another job is not what I want. Because my vision is, living out my dream, getting my gift outside to the world, being creative, being my own boss. This, of course, is just an example. I am in no way saying that this is exactly what you should do. I'm just saying, in this particular example, imagine this is your dream and you're stuck at a job that you don't like. So what is the problem here? The problem with this is that most INFJs in this situation don't have the physical energy to take the steps to make that happen. And why is that? Well, it's that way because, for instance, your current job is draining you. It's completely draining you. It doesn't give you anything. And on top of that, it just pulls out every last inch of energy that you do have. So once you get home in the evening, you don't have anything left to give. Same thing on the weekend. So what are you supposed to do? Well, let me tell you. You're supposed to get a better job. A better job might mean a very similar job with more money. It might be a similar job that is actually more challenging, but also will bring you more. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because you will never be able to get to where you want if the only step that you see is how you get from your current reality to that vision. You're always going to fall short. And if you know that you're going to fall short, what do INFJs do? Well, they don't do anything because we're smart. We know that there's no benefit in that. Like, why would I take a step towards something when it's not going to be that? Like, what is the purpose here? I'm going to tell you what it is. With every single step that you take, you're getting a step closer to your vision, believe it or not. Because what we have to do as INFJs, and this is the most important aspect when it comes to getting rid of that perfectionism, is to not compare our next step to our vision. Our vision is our North Star. Our vision is our trajectory. That can be a great thing that will help you to know in what direction you're moving. But what actually matters is that you improve your reality. So always compare, is the step that you're going to take going to improve your reality to what it currently is, or is it not? In our example, it is, because getting a better job is improving your reality. You will have a better life the moment you have a better job than in comparison to that last situation. Yes, both situations still fall short to what you want them to be, right? This ideal, this dream, this vision. But that's not the point. Because I can tell you one thing, not just from personal experience, but also having worked with so many INFJs throughout the years, that with every step that you take, you're going to have new insights. With every step that you take, you're going to have more energy. It is an exponential curve, not just when it comes to how we learn, but also how we grow as INFJs. That's just the way our mind works. With every new information we get into our system, we get to make a better plan that helps us to know what the next step is going to be, to create that vision for ourselves, to get into the flow state, to become more on the trajectory towards that dream life. So I'm encouraging you to stop looking at what your dream is like. That dream of yours, keep it there. Keep it in the back of your mind. Go over it, maybe daily if you meditate. But when it comes to execution, what you want to know is the step I'm taking today making my current life better than it was last week? And with every single step you take, you're going to get better. And at every new situation, you will know what the next step is. So even if you don't know what kind of steps you would need to take, how you would ever have the energy to make it happen, let me tell you, with every step that you take, you're going to have more energy. A great metaphor I like to use is that if you climb up a mountain and that mountain is the wrong mountain, it's not the mountain where you want to go to, right? But with every single mountain that you climb, you're going to have a better view. And you're going to know way better what the next step is. You will know this way better than you would ever know if you never climbed that mountain. So become practical in this moment. Look away from all of those romantic thoughts that you've had in your mind as an INFJ of, oh, how epic life could be and how amazing it would all feel like. We gotta wake up in order to live out our dream. And trust me, the more you allow yourself to wake up, meaning you take inventory of your life. You ask yourself, how do I feel about my current energy? How do I feel about my current relationships? How do I feel about my current wealth management? Am I living out my vocation? How are my priorities? And to be honest with yourself and admit if things are not working out the way you want. For me, it was incredibly difficult in the beginning because I had to admit to myself that I actually thought my life was boring, that it wasn't going anywhere I wanted to be. It wasn't that I was excited about my life. It looked good on paper, but it wasn't anything that really gave me this joy, this feeling of, oh, I'm proud of the life I'm creating. And I had to be honest with myself about this. And then it didn't matter that I had all of these visions and how great my life could be and how amazing I would feel, because it all wasn't what was going on in reality. The truth was, I didn't want to look at my life. Because if I would do that, I would have recognized how miserable I actually was. We as INFJs are amazing escape artists, and that's a good thing. It keeps us sane. It keeps our head above water. But it's time that you want more for yourself, that it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. And in order to get that done, we have to let go of this perfectionism. We have to let go of this notion that if your life is not exactly like your vision is, then it's not worth living. And therefore, we rather not do anything because then we still have the option of daydreaming. Trust me, it can feel so much better than this. But in order to do that, we have to be willing to start at a place where it's not good yet. That has everything to do with the saying of water your own grass. The grass that is always greener on the other side, that's your vision. We are here. We are in our current reality, and your reality is based on all the steps we have taken so far in our life. You know, there's circumstances we cannot control, and there are circumstances we can control. But the point is, this is where we're at, and we have to start watering what is here. Because only then we can start creating something which gets better and gets closer to that vision. But it's never going to get better if we stay in our mind space, in this perfect world that only exists in our mind. So make sure that you write those things down, that you write down how are your current relationships? How are your current living situations? How do you like your job? How do you like your wealth situation? How are you living out your purpose? All of those things that matter to you, take inventory of them, and not how great they could be and all the dreams that you have of them. But ask yourself one thing: what if it never got any better? And then take inventory of your life. What if it never got any better than how it currently is? And stay with this feeling. Get acclimatized to your real world, to your real life. Put anchors in it. Be present. Don't shy away. Don't escape. Because once you're able to anchor yourself into that reality, no matter how ugly it may seem, that is the moment when you can start making it better. And you have the capacity to make it better. Because one thing is for sure, that vision will exist. It will be your North Star. You can set out your trajectory towards that. But we got to start with the here and now. Remember, if you haven't done this so far, to download the free poster on the formula to an INFJ Epic Life. And if you want to take it to the next level, then get the INFJ Epic Life audio guide. Everything you need to know, you'll find in the links in the description. And if you want to watch another video now that is in alignment with today's topic, then watch the video What Happens Once the INFJ Starts Putting Themselves First.